Oh, hello, hello.
No one's on it yet,
I know, I'm just waiting. Let's see who's appearing.
What's that? Oh, filters.
Okay, can you stop playing? Okay. Well, you're waiting for people. You know this goes on YouTube. So pulling a face doesn't help. Just waiting for a few people to turn up.
You can cut it, it's fine.
Oh, we have one person.
Who's joined?
I don't know. Hello. Oh, 3 people.
Argies.
Please say hello so I know who you are.
No, it usually says
Hello, Ellie. Hello, Rosie. I hope you've prepped as much as you can. It should be quite easy tonight. Yay! Is Janet and John joining us tonight?
Hold on.
Hi, Claire. Claire's been very loyal, and Ellie. They've been joining up. It's going to be so tasty tonight. Honestly, prawns and toast and salt, chili, pepper prawns. Once you've had the prawns, you wish you'd made double. Emma Jones. Hello, Emma Jones. I feel like you're my gin partner for some reason. Gin, not Jim. Gin. Go. Yes. In fact, I can't wait till summer comes up and then I can start doing my rhubarb and ginger gin again. Yeah. Hello, Nanu. So Annie's going to be doing the salt and pepper prawns only, but I know she's done teriyaki chicken tonight as well. Good girl. I quite like to see a photo of that, Anu. Hello, Karen. Hello, Anna. Ah, Josh's mum.
Who?
Don't know. But this is good. I'm good. It's good seeing there should be Mum and Dad. Mum and Dad, are you on? Mum and Dad Reevesy, are you on? There might be a little bit of multitasking, so I'm going to try and go slowly. Joshy, you're banging.
Sorry.
I'm trying to go slowly. But, yeah. It's Ashdown. Hello, Ashdown. Whilst we're waiting, look, you can see Jeff's in his donut. Oh, sorry.
You know you can flip the camera.
I know, but it's just easier if I do that. Hello, Jeff. No,
Oh, I need to.
doesn't want to go in the camera. Fair enough. No, don't start barking. So just wait for a few more to join us. Look, it's so nice to actually cook in daylight. I know, it's mad. I think we might have to take Jeff out of the room in a minute because he'll start barking once we start going. Hello, Michelle. Hello, Sarah. So this will be good. Oh, quite a few people. Still early. What's the time? I haven't got my glasses on. It's just 2 minutes past. This will be good fun. This is so tasty. It's amazing. Once you start cooking prawns toast, you realise actually how easy it is. Joe Fricker's mum. Hello, Joe Fricker's mum. Hello, Sarah. Right, I think I might have to take Jeff. Bear with me. Glenn, can you come get Jeff, please? Jeff is going to have to leave the room. Hello, 𝗦𝗘𝗥𝗍𝗧. I think we should start singing happy birthday. It's Wendy's birthday tomorrow. Chinese Wendy. Ready, Joshy? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Poonie. Happy birthday to you. Nice. Do you like the singing? Right, okay. I think we... Oh, prawns toast is favourite, I know. Are you making it, Sarah, or are you just watching us making prawns on toast? It is dead easy. I did try to go posh yesterday and try it on sourdough bread, but it just hasn't got that sweetness of white bread. You've got to do white bread. Takes me back to when you used to have white bread at Little Chef. Oh, yeah, those are days with the bendy sausage. That was quite cool. That is Josh's hand waving around. Right, are we waiting for a few more? Shall we wait a few more minutes? Please let me know what you're drinking tonight.
Again, we've got water.
We have water because we're so good.
So we've got some water.
Although I say that, look, there's a couple of bottles of red wine ready for later. So let me know what you're drinking. How long will these dishes take? Just so I'm in time for the rice and veg. Okay, I would put your rice on now if you can. I've always said if you can prep your rice on before. These dishes shouldn't take long. So what I'm going to do the prawns on toast first. I'm going to prep everything. So prep the prawns on toast, and then we will prep the salt, prawns and chilli after, and also do the tofu as well. Oh, nice. Wine and elderflower. Nice drinks. And then what we'll do, we'll fry the salt, pepper prawns first, then we'll put them in the oven to keep warm, and then whilst we do that, we are going to pan fry the prawns on toast. And then once we've pan fried the prawns on toast, they can go in the oven, we can bring the other prawns out, and we'll make the mixture for the salt and pepper prawns, which is literally onion, spring onion and chilli, and that tosses it all together, and then we're done. So whilst we're waiting for others, a nice glass of kiwi Sauvignon Blanc. Look at you, Claire, very posh. Nice. Hello, Mr. Matt Bachelor. Lovely for you to join us. Right, okay, before we start, everyone put their oven on to gas mark 150 centigrade, which is 300 Fahrenheit, and gas mark 2. So put that on so we can heat the oven up ready for when we start cooking. Yep, Joe, put the oven on so it starts heating up already. Put it on 150, because what we don't want to do is actually cook the food. What we want to do is keep the food hot and crispy, ready for when we do the pan frying of the salt and chili pepper mixture, but also keeping prawns on toast. Because I know some of you are cooking for 4 or 5, then once you start cooking the prawns on toast, you can put them in the oven with the baking tray so they keep warm, otherwise you don't want cold food. So is that everyone clear? Right, I'm going to pass you over to Joshua, because I'm going to run through all the ingredients and equipment that you need. So please let me know if I'm going too fast or too slow. Let me know too slow. Oh, the light is on. All lights are on. Oh. All lights are on. Okay, so put your oven on at 150 degrees Celsius, 300 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 2. Stick that on. Right, what you'll need is a baking tray for when you want to put your prawns on toast on later. A small tray to put your prawns in once we've fried them for the salt pepper prawns. See, these are my noodles that I cooked earlier, so I just need to heat them up. Instead of having another tray, and it saves washing up, I've got 2 serving plates with kitchen towels on them. That is for draining the prawns on toast once we've cooked them, because then it saves you washing up more plates. Right, this for getting the prawns out once we've fried them. So tongs or a spider ladle. I cannot stress how good and useful this spider ladle is.
The light's not really working.
Oh, that's bright enough. I just want to say, Joshy switched off. Let's leave it, Joshy.
It's not working.
That's fine. This is my new apron. Chinese seafood made with love.
5 stars.
Yay. Thank you to Ali Rees, 𝗬𝗏𝗄𝗏, Anu and Joe Tanner. Okay, right, back to the drawing board. Okay, you'll need a fish slice for when we do the prawns on toast with. You'll need a spatula. That will help you once we do the salted prawns and chilli after, but also it will help you toss the prawns on toast as well. Get yourself a small bowl and a spoon, because when you're doing the prawns on toast later, we want to drizzle some oil. It's handy to put some oil in there, but we'll show you that later. Biggest frying pan as you can. The reason why biggest frying pan is because you can fit 2 slices of bread at the same time. Then you'll need a small saucepan. We're going to fill this up just under half with oil. I just want to demonstrate that when you're frying prawns, you don't need a big wok. You will need a big wok and pot if you're doing chicken wings, but when you're doing things like this salt and pepper prawns, honestly, this is just as good. because I wanted to demonstrate that you can use a small pan. Right, so you've got a plate with your bread on, either 4 slices or 2 slices. You'll need a knife to spread the prawn toast mixture on after. That's a small plate with some kitchen towel. That is for draining the salt, pepper prawns once we've fried them later. Then you've got your sesame seeds. We've got toasted sesame seeds, but you can use white sesame seeds as well. That's fine. Some corn flour. That is for the salt and pepper chili prawns. Just want to say, if you have got a food blender, I mean, again, I will put this on the link. This is amazing. This chops up, mince up, great. You can use that for your prawns toast mixture to mix it in with the spring onions and the prawns. If you haven't, get yourself, well, you've got a chopping board anyway. Get yourself a rolling pin or some sort of device that looks like that, and a bag. And what we do, we'll put the prawns in and bash them for the prawns on toast. And then we'll use the knife to chop. Honestly, easiest thing. So then you have a little teaspoon so we can measure up the sesame oil and the light soy sauce for the prawns on toast mixture. You've got your prawns for the prawns on toast. Spring onions, optional, because I know some kids don't like it, so that's optional. And then for the salt, pepper, chili prawns, I'm going to do tofu. This is the Tofu company smoked tofu because it's firm. So I'm going to do tofu ones as well. These are my prawns, and I will show you how to devein those in a minute. You'll need 1 egg. Egg white for the mixture, because what we'll do, we'll put egg whites in with the prawns, then add some corn flour, mix it up, make it a bit of a wet batter, and then we will put it into a bowl of corn flour and then squeeze the flour around the prawns, and that's what's going to make it crispy. And then for the salt and pepper chili mixture, you've got an onion, spring onions, and some chilies. Okay, are we ready to go? So,
Janet Reeves is watching.
Hello Janet, hello John. So, I hope you've got all your equipment out. So what we're going to do first, remember, put your oven on. We are going to prep the prawns on toast first. Put that aside, and then we are going to prep the salt, pepper and chili prawns and tofu. Do that, and then we will fry the prawns and the prawns for the salt, pepper, chili. Put those in the oven. And then we're going to start the prawns on toast after. Okay, now before we do all the prepping, get your little, if you're doing the prawns, the prawn and pepper chili prawns, salt, pepper, chili prawns, sorry, fill your saucepan up just under half with vegetable oil or any oil. Long as it's not
olive,
because
it burns.
Yes, so just under half, and then put that on low heat, on the lowest heat you can, so it can heat away whilst we're cooking or prepping even. Okay, another handy tip is in your sink, get yourselves, fill it up with some washing up liquid and some water, because you are going to be washing your hands quite often, because obviously we're going to be mixing batter and stuff. Okay, so let's prep. Are we ready to go? Thumbs up from everyone. Joshy, have we got any questions or anything from anyone? Thumbs up. Everyone all good to go? Are we raring?
Nothing yet.
Shall we start?
Nothing yet.
If it's gone quiet, that means it's a yes. Careful your sleeve, Joshua.
Oh.
I don't want it to burn. Right,
Okay.
we are going to
Oh,
start.
we got one, like, I don't know who it's from though.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, right, okay.
Oh, 2 likes.
Okay, right. So, first thing, if you've got a food mixer, put your prawns into the food mixer. If you haven't, this is for the prawns on toast, by the way. If you're like Anu and doing the salt, pepper, prawns, chili, wait 1 second. Let me do the prawns on toast first. Right, prawns on toast mixture. Get your prawns into a food bag. And literally, bash the prawns. Do you want to do it, Joshy?
Yeah.
Okay, go on then. Can I just move this knife? That's it. You need to hold. Watch your fingers. Is that satisfying?
Oh yeah.
Bash away. Bash harder. That's it. Bash away. Keep bashing till they're flat. Right, that's good. There you go. I'll do a swapsies. Good job. Just bashing a bit more. Okay. So then, take out your prawns. That is what you call mincing the prawns. Okay, move out the way, Joshua. And then you can get your knife and just finish off by cutting in. It doesn't have to be a smooth paste. It doesn't matter if there's chunks, because to be quite honest, if you can get some prawns in the prawns on toast, that's lovely. So it don't have to be just rough chop, but as long as it's most of it's minced up, that's good. Okay, so is everybody minced up their prawns or mincing their prawns? So just chop away. Right. So I'm just going to wait for everyone to get their prawns all minced up.
In the meantime, put it in a bowl.
In the meantime, put it in a bowl. I'm going to wash my hands whilst I wait for everyone else to catch up.
Just put a thumbs up if you're ready.
If you've got a food blender, then it literally will take seconds. After we've minced the prawns, we're going to finely chop the spring onions. But again, if you've got a food blender, chuck the spring onions in the same time as the prawns. Do it all together. You literally just have to pulse it so it looks like a paste, so it can stick onto the bread. Is everyone okay with their prawns?
I swear no one's here today.
It's gone very quiet. Everyone's concentrating. Either that or they're just drinking. Are we good to go? So look,
Nothing.
that's fine. Look, as you can see, the prawns are quite minced up. Reminds me of the paste that you put wallpaper. It's like wallpaper glue. Hopefully it tastes nicer than wallpaper glue though.
How do you know what people glue tastes like?
I don't. Okay. How are we getting on with the mincing of the prawns?
Sort out your delivery menu from Dan Cook.
Oh. Send me your order and I'll see what I can do, Mr. Cook. I have been known to give out food deliveries.
Sarah's done.
Okay. I mean, if Dan wants to send me over a little list. I tell you what I did yesterday. I did a little delivery to my local butchers on the Broadway, and they had vegetable noodles, stir-fry noodles with chicken teriyaki and salt pepper prawns. Cool. Okay. I'm just waiting for a few more people to keep up. Joshy, please do not eat my bread. I can just see that. Because Josh is trying. Look. Josh is trying to make a hole in my bread. Okay. Whilst if you have minced your prawns, get your spring onions and chop as finely as you can, or put it in a food blender. I'm not going to put loads in because I know Joshy doesn't like spring onions, but it can be hidden. That's what I'm going to put in. Right. Again, chop finely. You can't actually even taste the spring onions, but it just gives it another flavour, another layer.
Sometimes rumblings.
I know. Right, is everyone good so far? Oh, flying spring onions there. I think this must be one of the few recipes where there's no ginger and garlic.
True.
I know. And normally when I'm scraping the skin off the ginger, who gets sprayed?
Me.
Joshy gets sprayed. Right, okay. Once you've finely chopped the spring onions, or with your food processor. Put it in with the prawns as well. You might want to clean your knife from the spring onions. Rinse it a bit. If you can, remember, have a cloth in your pocket because it's just handy to wipe your hands every 2 seconds.
All good from Alison Reed.
All good to Alison Reed. Everyone else all okay? So we've literally just minced the prawns and the spring onions together. And now we're going to add the flavourings. So, literally, let me clean my spoon. Get yourself a teaspoon. Hao-si. Bless you. Hao-si. That's bless you in Chinese. You want about 1/4 to half sesame oil. I said maybe half actually. Give it that extra flavour. I know I said 1/4, but do half. Add that to the mixture.
Sarah said, I've got serious knife envy.
Get one. Do it. Honestly, it's changed my life. I get so excited when I have to use it, which is every day. So we've got 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil and 1/2 teaspoon of light soy sauce. And then all you have to do is mix that up. You might want to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to do 1-2 twists. And the reason why I add salt rather than more soy sauce, because obviously soy sauce is salty as well, I don't want the mixture to be too brown. I might put a tiny bit more sesame oil in. Yeah. Whoops. So literally just 1/2 teaspoon of the sesame oil. Right. Thumbs up if you've got to that stage of minced prawns.
Give it a minute.
Spring onions, 1/2 teaspoon of sesame oil and 1/2 teaspoon of light soy sauce and a couple of turns of salt. And then I shall move on to the next stage of the prawns on toast. Are we all good to go? Josh is rubbing his tummy. You getting hungry?
Yeah.
Got a while yet? Hopefully we can do all this in under an hour tonight. That would be fantastic. Oh, wait, thumbs up from everyone?
From one person.
Oh, who's that?
Michelle.
Oh, okay. Is everyone else all thumbs upping?
Oh, loads of thumbs up.
Right, okay, right. Next stage, get yourself a knife that you eat with. And we are going to spread the prawn mixture onto the white bread. Now, you don't want it too thin, you don't want it too thick. I know that doesn't help, but I'm going to show you. Because you do want some prawns onto your prawns toast. I would say, looking at it, you probably want about, what would you say, Joshy, in terms of height-wise?
About, like...
Maybe how you'd spread your jam. You want it kind of like, look, if you can go to side, Joshy, side angle, can you see it? It's not completely flat like you do butter, but maybe when you put jam on, and then we'll do that. So I've got enough mixture for 2 slices. But if you want to stretch it out, you can do it enough for 3. Four's stretching it a bit. Oh. Now, I know some people cut the crusts off. I keep the crust on because, one,
makes it crunchy.
It makes it crunchy. But if the children don't want the crust after you fried it, that's the chef's treat.
What a creepy day.
Unfortunately, in our house, that doesn't happen. The chef's treat is Joshua's treat.
Yep.
Right, okay. So, try and spread it out. I always say, if you're going to do this, it's like if you're like putting a filling into a sandwich, don't just put it in the middle. That annoys me. Spread it out to the edges. There you go. Right, I know a few of you are doing probably about 4 slices, so I'm going to wait. So the oven's on. The oil is nicely on low, which is good. Josh is pulling faces at me, which is weird. And then you can put your, Joshua, put your knife and dish into the sink. Let's put it into the sink. The next bit is the good bit. So this is going to be the prepping. So once you spread your prawns on toast, and wait for everyone to spread it on. Give you another couple of minutes. Can I just say, I'm very excited about Monday because people can go out and we're going to sunny Clacton to see my family, which I haven't seen for about 6 months, which would be great. Not Monday, we're going Tuesday, yes. But as of Monday, you can go and visit people and sit outdoors. And the pubs are open as well. Go and sit in the beer garden. Make sure you've got your blanket and your hat and your gloves and fleece and whatever. Okay, how are we getting on with the pasting of the bread with the prawns? All good?
Hold on.
Joshy, any comments? How are we getting on?
Nothing.
So hopefully it won't be too stressful tonight. It will be a bit of multitasking if you're doing both, but you'll be fine. I have faith in you. You've all been doing this for the last few months, so you're a good bunch.
Still nothing.
Okay.
Literally no one's here.
Okay. Are we still... I assume, because you can't type...
Oh, we got one like from Sarah and Poppy.
Okay. I assume that if you can't answer my text saying thumbs up, I'm good to go, I assume you're still pasting. So, Sarah, do your prawns look like this? Right, okay, I'm just waiting to see what everyone's going. All good, Anne? Nice, nice, nice. All good, Reevesy? That's good. See, it's quite nice doing this little pasting. So let me know, actually, are you having noodles or rice tonight with your food? We're having noodles. We thought it'd make a nice change. And then I think we're doing a chili dip with the prawns on toast as well. Nice sweet chili dip. They look exactly... Ah, that's good. Oh, hi, Barbara. How are the kittens? They are very cute. Oh, Ali's having noodles with hers. Good. Sarah's having rice. I think mine are thicker. It doesn't matter if you're thicker because when we're pan frying them, push them down with the fish slice and they'll cook. So don't worry about it. Rice, and we'll egg fried rice at the end. Oh, yay. That's good. Before you... Okay, so Joe, if you're going to do egg fried rice, I will keep everything in the oven. And you can actually do the salt, pepper, chili mixture and put it in a bowl and then make your fried rice and then toss the prawns in after if you don't want them to sort of like get a bit soggy. So that's easy. Oh, gorgeous kittens. Right, okay, I'm going to hand you back to Joshua. There you go, Joshy. How'd you flip? Okay. So, once you've... Oops, sorry. Joshy, step over. Right. Once you've got the prawn mixture, we want to put them into your sesame seeds. So, get a plate. Get your sesame seeds onto a plate or bowl plate, whatever, or a tray. And then you want to dip them into the sesame seeds. Push down, not too hard. Push down quite firmly, though, because you do want the sesame seeds to stick. And then pinch it and put it up. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Yay. Do this with every slice. Shake your plate. Put your bread upside down. Lift up.
Oh my God.
Oh. And look, if there's bits that haven't got sesame seeds on, sprinkle them on top. If you don't want to push down, you can just sprinkle them on top with hand. Just push them down. So not only you've got the sesame oil, you've also got the sesame seeds as well. Give it a bit of a shake. There you go. That's your prawns on toast ready for frying later, because now we are going to move on to prep the salt and chili prawns. So I'm going to wait for everybody. I'm going to move my sesame seeds out of the way. I've got a lot of sesame seeds because my sister-in-law, Julie, thank you, bought us each 1 kilo because we couldn't find any. I thought 1 kilo was a bit extreme, but you know, there's another recipe on my YouTube where you can do miso glaze aubergines, which are amazing, which are very tasty. Right, I can put the rolling pin away now as well. So Joshy, do you want to step over? That's it. How are we doing? Have we...
Looks good from Anne Ellen.
Okay, so I'm going to prep...
got a heart. I think that's a thumbs up. Though.
Okay, I'm going to prep my tofu. So this is quite firm tofu. So I'm going to prep this because I'm going to do not only salt, pepper, chili prawns, but also the tofu as well.
Oh, another thumbs up.
So I'm going to cut these into cubes, big thick cubes.
Oh, it's so soft.
It is.
Can I cut it?
Do you want to cut it?
Yes, please.
Right, Joshy, you want to cut it into four. Yeah.
Got it. Oh. It's so
See, Josh is
Wait,
loving the
do I
knife.
put
Put it in the bowl. Good boy. Watch your fingers. Dear, I don't know about you, but my heart is racing watching Joshy handle that knife.
Oh, offensive.
Yeah. Sarah, you have to get one of these knives. Even Josh is finding it satisfying, aren't you, Joshy?
Yep.
Okay. How are we getting on with the prawns on toast? Because now I'm going to show you how to devein the prawns if you've got prawns that have got veins on. And also we're going to butterfly open the prawns. And this is for the salt and pepper prawns. We're going to butterfly open them because then when you fry them, oh, they open up and it's amazing. So are we all good to go to move on to the salt pepper prawns? For those of you who are cooking for four...
Williams. I'm going to try it with chicken as hubby won't touch prawns or tofu.
Okay, if you're going to fry it with... Watch your sleeve, Joshy. If you're going to fry it with chicken, I would probably cut the chicken pieces quite thinly, Claire. The prawns will fry in about literally 3 minutes. 3.5 minutes. The chicken, you may want to fry it for about 3 to 5 minutes. But don't worry, because I'll be doing the tofu as well. So you'll have plenty of time. But I will cut them into thin strips, the chicken, if I were you. And then they'll fry quicker. Because you don't want to poison your husband. Not especially when lockdown is going to be eased on Monday.
Or your son. Or daughter.
Or anybody, yeah. Okay, so, Paul, I know you're doing for 4, so I want to know, all your prawns on toast, are they prepped? And everyone else doing more for 4 people? Please give us a little thumbs up to say that we're good to go for the salt and pepper chili prawns. Anu, this is where you come in, because I know you're doing the salt, pepper and chili prawns. You can do this salt, pepper and chili recipe with anything, like Claire's doing it with chicken, you can do it with squid, anything. You could do it with vegetables actually, don't see why not, because it's the same method of using egg whites and corn flour and frying. It's simple and the same ingredients. Right, are we good to go to move on?
Thumbs up from Michelle.
Okay. Paul or Joe, Frickers, can you give me a thumbs up because I know you're cooking for a few more? Are we good? Are we moving on? Joshy, mind your sleeve. You're next to the hot fire.
I'm just going to come over here.
Ali Reeves, are you all good?
There's literally no one.
Anyone out there?
I've started deveining.
Oh, okay, right. So, I'm going to show you how to devein if you don't know how. Or butterflying. So, you hold your prawn. I'm left-handed, so you have to bear with me. You get your prawn between your fingers and thumb. And you're going to do a little incision at the back, like so. But you don't want to go right through. You want to go kind of halfway. So you slide your knife right to the bottom, to the tail, like so. And then, sometimes there's a black vein. And if there's a black vein, you pull it out. And that is the poopy line, I like to call it. But if you haven't, you've got any black veins, that's fine. So you want a butterfly. This is what you call butterflying. The prawns. So you want to do that with all of them.
Oh, Anna Reeves said I hated this bit.
Ali, you're fine. Honestly. Go halfway, right down to the tail, and then open them up like that. That's not the black vein. That is the front bit. But you want to open them up like that.
Oh, I thought that was the black vein.
No. So halfway, hold them up, and then push them down to open them up. Yeah, we do them with all these prawns.
No, good thing you told them that, because like me, probably everyone will be trying to get that out.
Yeah. So if there is a vein, look. Oh, here we go. Look.
Oh,
that is a black vein. That's what I call the poop line. Pull it out. But that isn't the black vein. That is the back of the prawn. Or the front of the prawn. So you want, if you go straight through the prawn and end up having 2 pieces, it doesn't matter. But it's just nicer if you have a butterfly like that. All goes down the same hole. And it'll still look amazing.
So we're cooking at 6 o'clock, 6:30 in daylight.
I know, it's so lovely. Oh, I can't wait for summer. Look, see, look, there's a little bit of poopy there.
A little bit of poopy.
A little bit of poopy line. You don't want that. No one likes to eat poop. Except for Jeff, a dog. He eats bird poop. Don't ask why. But he doesn't roll in fox poo, so, you know.
Why are we speaking about
I don't know. Let's not talk about it while we're doing food. Oh, let's see. Oh, a little bit of
another little
black line. Let's call it black line.
Oh, I like the word.
No. Stop talking about it. So generally, I've done, I think, 4 per person. But trust me, you want to do loads of these. These are so Moorish. I did this for Chinese Wendy, actually. An early birthday present. I did her my Korean chicken wings, fried chicken wings, and salt prawns. If she's watching, I know she's watching, she can put a comment on saying how good they are. She did put something on her Instagram, actually.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I think that's...
Oh, no. I see.
Oh, is that one more?
Oh, wait.
I think we all...
Is that one? Oh, no.
No, look, I can take them all out. I think we're all good to go.
Because they seal back together. They just look like a normal prawn.
No, it's all done. Just going to wash my knife. Wash your knife because in a minute we are going to prep the salt, pepper and chilli stir-fry mixture. So you need to clean your knife.
Oh, when you said these prawns are so good.
They are so good. Joshy, you like them, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to wait for everybody whilst they're butterflying and deveining.
Can I turn you into a cartoon?
No, you can't turn me into a cartoon, Joshua. It's not very professional, thank you very much. Joshua?
Yes?
Please note. Right, so we can actually put the soy sauce and sesame oil away. So it makes everything a little bit tidier. If your oil, it should be nice. It should be on the lowest heat, the oil, so it should be okay. And that will be ready once we start frying the prawns, which is good. Just checking the oven. Is that not too hot? No, that's nice as well. Oh, can I say, we've got our door open. It's really nice and warm in here.
Why does it smell so good in there?
I know, because it's had lots of food cooked in it. Right, how are we getting on with the butterflying of the prawns? I'm going to flip. Whoop. How are we getting on, people, with the butterflying of the prawns? Doesn't matter, like I say, it doesn't matter if you cut straight through. They'll still be tasty. It still tastes the same. It just looks a bit nicer when they're butterflied. You'll see what I mean once they're cooked. Still deveining. That's fine, Joe. There's no rush. I'd rather you have deveined prawns. But if you do eat it and it's not deveined, it won't kill you, so you'll be fine. Oh, well done, Ali Reeves. She's all done, which is good. It's quite sad because of lockdowns easing, I'm not sure when the next... oh, well done, Claire. I'm not sure when the next cook-along will be because everyone will be out and about. And I'll miss these little sessions. But if I give you enough notice, a lot more notice, then maybe you can cook with friends together in your house. Who knows? But I'll be doing a lot more videos on YouTube. I haven't been doing it for a while, but I'll be doing a lot more recipes and all that. Annie's ready. Get in. Oh, can I just say as well, if your prawns are a little bit smaller, they may take about 2 to 3 minutes. But the whole point is that you fry them, you take them out, and then we'll refry them for another minute or so, and that gets the extra crispy. Oh, I see that Joe's actually invited herself round to ours, which is funny. You will come round, and I do cook other things apart from Chinese food as well. Right, Doshi, come on. Right, we're ready. Good to go. Okay, so now that everyone's deveined their prawns, we need to put an egg white, crack an egg white in here, and egg white in my tofu. You can keep the egg yolk for yourselves, but I'm going to bin it. So just the egg white into the mixture. There you go. Wash my hands. There's a lot. That might be too much, but it doesn't matter. It's gloopy. Right, this is where you're going to get down and dirty. You're going to get yourselves your corn flour. You can use a spoon, or I just tip it in. So, have one hand holding the box of corn flour, and then you can use one hand to mix the prawns with the egg and the corn flour. So, before you pour in, open your box of corn flour. That's my corn flour. I'm going to mix the prawns in with the egg white.
Oh, the sound.
I know. I'm going to wash my hands because I'm going to do the tofu as well.
Now I'm going to get some water.
Okay. I'm going to need you to come back in a second though, Joshy. Okay. Now you've mixed the egg white into the prawns, we're going to pour in about 2 tablespoons to start with of corn flour, and we are going to make a little batter. As you can see, look, it's quite gloopy, which is what we want, because we are going to put some more corn flour into a bowl, and then we're going to coat it, and that's when it's going to come dry. So look, that's how your prawns should be, like a real gloopy type mixture. Okay, we're going to do the same with the tofu for the vegans and vegetarian people. Right. A little bit more for the tofu. My fingers are sticking together here. They look like, not marshmallows, what are those? Oh, I tell you what this feels like. I know it doesn't look like it. Turkish delight.
What's a Turkish delight?
Oh, it's like a sweet dessert. It's like a sweet jelly sweet, spongy. Not my favourite. Okay, wash my hands. And then, guys, get yourself a separate bowl. And we want to put some corn flour in there because I would say, about, how much is in there? About 100 to 200 grams, I reckon, of corn flour.
Tablespoons or teaspoons?
Lots of teaspoons. Probably a bowl and a half full. There you go. Does that help? Okay, and then we're going to let these set aside for a minute because we are going to prep our mixture that we're going to toss in with the prawns, with the salt, pepper, chili prawns. So, has everyone got to that stage of your prawn mixture, which is a bit wet? Doesn't matter if you've put too much flour and it's dry, that's fine. But as long as you've got a batter going, and that's my batter there. So now we are going to prep the salt, pepper, chili mixture. Okay, so you want a whole onion, well, you want half an onion. I'm going to do a whole onion because I'm doing tofu. So what you want to do, guys, is slice it thinly. You want long slices like that. Thinner the better, if you can do, because if they're thicker, then it takes longer to cook. So we can do thin slices.
Like a white rainbow.
It does. They do look like white rainbows, Joshie. Very good point. See, thinner the better. Oops. I'm trying not to cry. There you go. So you want to slice up the onions very thinly. Place them on the plate. Please let me know if I'm going too fast. I can slow down. Hope everyone's okay with the speed. If you're at home and you're the one cooking and there's someone with you who's not cooking, they can be your scriber and type for you. Okay. If that makes it easier for everybody. So once you've sliced your onion, you want to diagonally slice your... Actually, you can either chop it like that. But I like to slice it because it makes it look pretty. So slicing diagonal, literally, having your spring onions horizontal, you turn your knife diagonal and you literally slice diagonally rather than slicing this way. And they can be big chunks as well, because you want to get some flavour. So at the moment we've literally sliced the onion and diagonally cut the spring onions. Now the chilli, because Josh is eating it as well, and I'm not a big chilli fan, we're going to cut the chilli and then deseed it. If you want to keep the seeds in, it's entirely up to you.
Wait, the seeds the hot bit?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes, right.
Wait, so without the seeds, is it just the pepper?
No, it'll still be hot, but the seeds are the hot bit. Okay, so then you want to open it up. See the seeds? There's not that many seeds. Scrape the seeds off. Just remember not to rub my eyes, because that would really hurt and sting. Right, let's do this pepper as well. The reason I'm doing double the amount is because I'm doing the tofu. And the prawns. Oh, I can feel my eyes.
It just smells like a pepper. It smells like a pepper, but...
Just need to blow up my eyes, because I can feel...
Oh my God.
Tears coming.
My eyes are going red because of water. Oh my God.
I don't know if my eyes are going red because of the water or because of the chilli. So, you want to do these thin slithers as well. And it look pretty because you've got red chilli or green chilli with the green spring onions, and you've got the white onion. So it'll be a very pretty combination. Remember, we eat with our eyes and our mouths. Don't we, Joshua?
Sure.
Yeah. Right, okay. I'm going to put that to one side. I'm going to wash my hands. Wash your hands after you use the chillies, because you do not want to be rubbing your eyes or wiping your face. Okay. How is everybody doing? Has everyone chopped up their onion and chilli and spring onions?
I would give it a sec.
Because we are going to coat our prawns. I would get another plate, because this is what we're going to do. So
we've got thumbs up.
Okay, so we've got the mixture of the prawns that's turned into like some sort of gloopy batter. I've got tofu. We are going to put the prawns in, and then we're going to toss them in the flour. We're going to squeeze the flour on them, and then we're going to dust them off and then put them on the plate, and then we're going to fry them. All okay? Okay, so I'm just waiting. Is everyone thumbs up to good to go?
We had 2 thumbs up. We got yes, and we got all good from 2 people.
Okay. Hopefully we're all good to go for everyone else. Okay, get your prawns. And you can do it one by one, but you can put a few in together. Right, one hand, do the wet, put the prawns in. The other hand, toss the dry flour around it. And then what you want to do is, look, push down the prawns into the flour. If you want to get close up, Joshy. Push down the prawns into the flour so they all coat. The more coated the prawn is, the better. And then give it a bit of a shake. There you go. And you want to do this with all your prawns. So because they're butterflied open, like, remember? Open them up and flatten them. There you go. No. Right. Let's get them. Oh, look, I found the prawn. I found the prawn that's hidden. Remember, open them up because the butterfly open up. Push them down into the flour. What makes this crispy is the fact that you've done the egg white and the flour. It has to be corn flour. Corn flour is the secret. Okay. Coat it with the fingers. So I'm going to fry the tofu and the prawns at the same time. So I hope everyone, doesn't matter, remember, it doesn't matter if you put 2 or 3 prawns in the flour at the same time. Open up the prawns, shake off the excess flour. Okay, last prawn going in. And then I'm going to put the tofu in. Might have to do 1 tofu at a time.
It's probably quicker.
Yeah, because they're sticking. There you go. Oh, they are, look, they're starting to get gloopy. They look like those sweets, Joshy, that are covered in icing. But I wouldn't eat it just yet. It's a bit raw.
They look a bit like square mochi.
Ah, here comes Jeff. No, there goes Jeff.
They look like square mochis.
They do look like square mochis, actually. Right, let's put that together. We're going to clean our hands. How's everyone getting on? Please let me know. Everyone's gone quite quiet and I can't tell what stage everybody's at. Because now we are going to be ready to fry the prawns and tofu.
I think it's a little bit delayed because when you say it takes a few minutes and then there's loads of thumbs up or all good or yes.
That's why, only because I know people are doing it, so therefore they can't type. So I'm going to, whilst I'm waiting, just pull that out of the way. Let's get those out of the way. I'm going to give it a bit of a clean down. Don't know what that bowl's for. That's what we had eaten. A bit of a clean down while you're waiting. Always good to have a clean surface. Get your tongs and spider ladle ready. Because you're going to need that. Also, we're going to need your wooden spatula or spoon because we're going to see how hot the oil is. We're going to turn the oil up in a minute. So please let me know if you are ready and good to go for the frying.
Prawns from Joe and a few more, which I think is a few more minutes.
Okay, that's fine.
Or just a few more prawns or tofu.
That's fine. Remember, so this is the plate that's ready to going to get fried, and then we've got another plate ready to. Actually, I might get a bigger plate. Ready to soak up the oil. When it's come out, make sure you've got a plate and kitchen towel ready to drain the cooked prawns or tofu. How are we getting on?
Ready from Sarah.
Okay. Anu, how are you getting on? I know you're doing the prawns. How much oil? I would say, Ali, so I'm just going to show you. This is, I've got a little saucepan because I want to show you that you can do it in a little saucepan. I've gone less than halfway of my saucepan with the oil. Because what you don't want is, once you put the stuff in, to all come up. So I'm going to be putting about 4 or 5 prawns in at a time. And they'll literally take a couple of minutes to cook. Then we take them out and then we re-cook them. And the re-cooking is what makes them crunchy. Does that help? I hope that helps. Whenever you're frying, only whatever pot pan or wok, whatever you're using, don't put more than half the volume of the pot, because once you put food in to fry, it will go up. And remember, you have to be in control of the oil, not the oil control of you. And in 2 minutes, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. So these babies are ready to go. They will literally take a couple of minutes, and you will need to do these in batches. Don't put it all in at the same time. Only put in about 4 or 5, depending how big your saucepan is. But they'll take a little couple of minutes, because if you put the whole lot in, the oil might rise too high and then you'll have a big mess. Also, very importantly, when we put these ready in to fry, because in a minute, once everyone's ready, we're going to turn the oil up high. We're going to put our wooden instrument, either it could be a wooden spoon, a chopstick, or a spatula handle. We're going to put it in the oil, and if you see some fizzing around the handle or the wooden instrument or some bubbles, then the oil's hot enough. We're going to put the prawns or tofu, or chicken in Claire's case, into the hot oil for 2 to 3 minutes. Do not touch. I promise you. They look like they're sticking, but they're not. It's so important that you don't touch them, because you need to trust the oil. It will do its thing. Okay? Right. Are we good to go? Anu, how are you getting on? And everyone else, actually. Claire, how are you getting on with your chicken? Are they all coated with the corn flour? Anu's ready. Okay. Joe, are you ready? Prawn's done. Okay. Right, Joshy, I'm going to pass you back. Here we go. Okay. Turn your oil up high. We're going to get an instrument. It's starting to fizz. Can you all see this? Can you go in, Joshy?
Oh my god.
Right, it's fizzing. It's going to be very hot. If it gets too hot, you can turn it down to medium. I maybe turn it down to medium if you're not sure what to do. Right, you want to lower these prawns in. Remember, do not touch these. Once they're in, we're going to cook them for about 2 or 3 minutes. Lower them in slowly, one by one.
Oh, yes, prawns done, chicken almost.
Okay. So I've put in about 4 or 5, and I'm going to put the timer on for 2 minutes. I've turned the oil down to medium. Long as your oil is less than halfway up the saucepan, you should be fine. It won't go any higher than what you can see now. Please do not touch them, because this is the vital part. If you touch them now, the batter or the flour will fall off the prawn. Joshua, can you shut the door, please? Oil not hot enough yet. Okay, Joe, put your oil up full blast. Put it on the highest you can. Unfortunately, Emma, I'm not delivering tonight, but otherwise I would have dropped you a batch. Maybe next time. Actually, Emma, I actually want to know what you're eating instead, if you're not doing the cook along. Oh, hello, Lorraine. Nice for you to join us. So the prawns are cooking for 2 minutes. Don't worry, I'll be doing batches because I've got to do the prawns and the tofu, so this is a good time for everyone to catch up. But I will cook the prawns for 2 minutes, then take them out to drain, and then we are going to refry them, and that's what's going to make them crunchy. So as you can see, my prawns are cooking nicely, and you can use either tongs to get them out or a spider ladle. You're still waiting for oil? That's fine. There's no rush in this bit, because once they're cooked, you can put them in the oven and they'll keep crispy. But look, I've got all this to fry, so there's no hurry. If you feel like you want to put 5 or 6 prawns in, then go for it. But just be careful of your oil. That's all I have to say. Right. 2 minutes is up. Right, I'm just going to take them out. Jigs, the sides crisp are ready. And I'm going to drain them. Now I'm going to put the heat just a little bit higher. Now I'm going to put my second batch of prawns in. Lower them one at a time. Don't throw them in. So that's 3, 4, 5. I'm only putting maximum 5. Again, resetting the timer, 2 minutes. I've put my oil down to medium because it's getting quite hot. I hope everyone else is okay. Oh, mine's starting to spit a bit, that's fine. Stand away from oil, turn it a bit lower if you need to. I've turned mine just under medium now, because the oil will get hotter as you're cooking. But you don't want it too low, otherwise it won't cook. Remember, do not move your chicken, your tofu or your prawns whilst they're in the oil. And only cook them for 2 minutes, because we are going to re-cook them for a further 2 minutes to get them extra crispy. But look, they're crispy enough as it is. If you're watching, this is quite dull, I know, but you have to be patient. Alice put still, is that still waiting for your oil? Have you put your wooden tool or spatula in, Ali, to see if the oil's hot enough? So mine's got another 40 seconds, and then I'll put the next batch in. Still waiting for my oil. Okay, did you put your oil at the put it on at the beginning? It should be quite hot. If not, put it up. Okay, put it up full whack, Ali. Don't start frying though until you see those fizziness or bubbles around your spatula. Otherwise, the prawns won't go crispy. Right, I'm going to be taking these babies out, because my timer is going to go off in 2 minutes. So I'm going to take these out. Look how crispy they are. Ooh. If only there was smell-o-vision. Right. So there's going to be batch cooking here. So I'm going to put another prawn in. That's 2 prawns. 3 prawns. I'm actually going to put some tofu in now. So I haven't really gone more than 5 pieces, and then put my timer on for 2 minutes. I've got corn flour all over my laptop. Oops. That looks very suspicious, Claire. You've got corn flour everywhere. Hope the police won't come knocking on your door. Make sure you use a cold flannel or cloth or sponge. With cold water, Claire, not hot water, otherwise it'll go gloopy. You need cold water when you're wiping it all. It'd be quite nice for you to send a picture of your laptop later to see how big a mess you've done. I'm assuming I'm not getting comments because everyone's frying, which I don't mind. But I hope you're starting to see results. Look, they're the prawns. Look at those. Oh. And that's a mixture of the egg white and the corn flour. I mean, you could actually eat these. There's no problems eating these. But I like to refry them like I do my chicken wings, just to get that extra crispiness. So, whilst they're cooking, I just want to let you know that I've been watching Schitt's Creek on Netflix. Oh my god, it's amazing. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. It's a bit slow, the first season, but I'm on season 4 now, and like my friend Wendy says, you don't want it to end. But I will finish it by tomorrow. I'm on season 4, no, season 5 I'm on. It's really good, so I highly recommend that. Any suggestions for veg stir fry? Any veg you've got really. Add some ginger, garlic into it as well. Bit of light soy sauce, bit of sesame oil. Yeah, it's your stir fry, Joe. You can put whatever you want in it. Bit of light soy sauce. Oh, don't tell me, Joe. I know. Oh, Emma's on season 3. Excellent. Oh, my prawns. Right, my timer's going to go off. So, switch timer off. Get these babies out. Along with my tofu. Here we go. They are looking good. Okay, I'm putting my other tofu bits in. I've actually kept my oil down to medium because it has been quite hot. So I'm putting in about 6 pieces of tofu. I'm putting another one in. There you go. No more than 5 or 6. Only put in what you feel's comfortable. Oh, Moira is everything. Although I love Jocelyn as well. Jocelyn, she's funny. She's really good. I am loving all the characters. And the fact that David wears everything leather, even though it's like 26 or 28 degrees outside. He's got leather everything, which is funny. I love him. I love all the characters. I do at the beginning I was like, I don't like you, but actually towards the end, and I've had a few moments where I've almost cried, but I can't tell you when because obviously some people aren't up to that yet. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to watch the rest of it after. Okay, so I've got my tofu in there cooking. How's everyone's prawns? Look, those are my prawns. Look, you can hear them. Actually, I'm going to put them up to my microphone so you can hear them. Oh, yay. Prawns and tofu mixed together. So that's my tofu cooking now. Again, still on medium. Oh, yes, I've heard I've heard that behind the scenes are very good. So that'll be good to watch. How's everyone's frying? Not too scary with the oil. Once we've fried, we're going to put them onto a baking tray and put them in the oven to keep warm. And with that same oil, we're going to use that oil to make our prawns on toast. And once you finish cooking prawns on toast and the salt pepper prawns, that oil, put it into a Pyrex bowl because you can use that 2 or 3 times. Don't throw it away. Don't waste it. Recycle, recycle. Okay. Oh, I know. I've been warned. Make sure I have your tissues ready. I know. Oh, that's another batch ready. We'll take these babies out. So literally 2 minutes. Look, see, they look a bit anemic, the tofu, so that's why they need refrying. Take those out. Anu, I'm surprised you're not frying tofu this way. I know you're eating your fish, but honestly, you should try this tofu way. It's so good. And because they're firm tofu, it's quite meaty. What do you do to use oil when you finish? Yeah, you reuse. I reuse the oil for my cooking for about 2 or 3 weeks. If you go to any takeaways or restaurants, they save the oil, and if you use the same oil, I've just put my timer on. You've got the flavours of the other foods in the oil as well, so it's marinating the food. Yes, we are, Ali. We are double frying the foods. Because you fried it for a couple of minutes, next round, you probably won't need to fry it as long, maybe just a minute or so. But it's just so they become extra crispy. So you want to refry the ones that you've done in the first place, so rotate them. So I'm going to push my tofu to one side. Right, let me put the prawns on one side here. Tofu here. How are we getting on with our batch frying, people? Up to you if you want to twice fry. I personally think twice frying makes a difference of the crunchiness. So this is my last batch. Look, this is all finished now. This is my last batch. So Anu, I know you're just doing the salt, pepper, chili prawns. We're going to put in the oven, but you're going to have to bear with us because we're going to do the prawns on toast next. And then after the prawns on toast... Oh, cool. Well done. Doesn't matter... Joe, we still wait for you. Because we're going to do the prawns on toast next, we're going to do all those, and then we're going to go back to doing the stir-frying the prawns with the chilli, spring onions, and white onion. So you have to bear with. Even though you have used it for fish, yes, you can do it with anything else as well. But like I said, Claire's doing it with chicken as well. You can... Yes, Ali, you can have a sneaker eat. Have a taste and crunch. They're so good. Actually, Joshy, do you want to have a sneaky prawn? No, you're right at the moment. Okay. Right, mine are nearly up. But yeah, if you're going to use meat though, like chicken, make sure you cut them thinly so they cook quicker. Right. I am arguing with my husband that he can reuse it. Yeah, of course you can reuse it. Don't waste it. Oh. Why can't you reuse it? That's what I want to know. Ask him the question back. Why can't you reuse it? I've just switched my Heat off. Right, I'm taking my tofu out. Hang on, let me switch the camera. Right, now I'm going to put my first batch of prawns back in for another minute or so. So they're getting twice fried. Look, so I've got my tofu there and my prawns here. If you don't want to twice fry them, you can fry them longer for about 3 to 4 minutes. But I'm going to put my prawns back in. Frying nicely. I hope you're all okay with your hot oil. I'm going to fry them for another couple of minutes. Entirely up to you if you want to twice fry it or fry them longer for once. But I like to twice fry it because it gives it extra crunch. But to be honest, these are going to be crunchy anyway because we're going to keep them warm in the oven as well. I'm going to flip you back. So these, I reckon, will probably take a minute. So I'm just going to twice fry them, but only for 1 minute the second time round because the oil is very hot. I hope everyone's okay. He says it's contaminated with fish. Well, not really, because the fish is coated with the flour, so you're fine. I don't know what fish you're eating. I hope you're not contaminating the fish. Right, I'm taking these out after a minute. As you can see, look, they're looking very golden brown. Yes. Oh. Okay, let me just put the next lot of prawns in. And I think I need to put some tofu in. Let's put these prawns in. Right, these are all my prawns now. Going in for another minute, second time round. And then I'm going to do the tofu, and then I'm going to put them all on a tray for the oven. So that should be big enough. So I've got a smallish baking tray for my fried prawns and tofu, and then I've got a bigger baking tray for my prawns on toast. If you're doing more than 2, you may want to keep some in the oven. So I'm just going to check that the oven might have brought down a bit. No, 150 degrees Celsius, 300 degrees Fahrenheit, gas mark 2 is actually a perfect temperature to warm up, keep the food warm, but you don't want to cook it. Is everybody on their second batch of frying, or even the first batch? Just cook it for a bit longer, and it'll stay crispy when it's in the oven as well. Right, this is my second batch of prawns that have gone in for the second time. Oh, I don't know about you guys, but my stomach is rumbling. If you want to have a sneaky prawn, I would suggest you do so. But they will be very, very hot, so don't burn your mouth. They're very, very hot. I'm just going to pass one to Joshy. That one's not too hot, Joshy.
Okay.
Okay. Right, I'm just going to put the tofu in.
Good.
Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you don't want to do the prawns in salt, pepper, chilli mixture, you can just have these crispy prawns or tofu or chicken with some sweet chilli dip. Or next time, do it this way and toss them in sweet and sour sauce. It's exactly the same way. But the reason why I did the sweet and sour sauce without frying it, because I wanted to do a healthy option. But if you didn't want to do the healthier option, make the prawns and tofu like this and then toss them in sweet and sour sauce. It's all about, my recipes, it's all about mixing them up. But I always try to give the alternative and a bit of a healthy option as well. Get me? See, that's what happens with lockdown. It changes people. Not sure if I like that. No. Oh, I know, Claire. This batter is for everything, honestly. Do it with chicken wings, everything. In fact, we do this with the chili crispy beef as well. So, it is good. And with my videos, I just want to show you like little tips that you can use for all different recipes. So I hope you found them useful over lockdown. I've enjoyed myself cooking for you guys in lockdown. I've actually taught myself a few things as well. And my poor family have to do more exercise because they have to eat these recipes 2 or 3 times before I put them on YouTube or do them on cook-alongs. Right, I think this is the tofu. Oops, stop. I'll get these out. See, I like using this tofu because it's quite firm. Don't get the silky one. This is the smoked one, so it's got flavour already, so you don't have to add any extra. Right, and then I'm going to do my last batch of tofu. Ouch, in there. There's me telling you guys not to throw it in. There's me throwing it in. Right, this is the last batch going in for another minute. Ah, thank you, Anu. I like the star. How's everyone getting on with their frying? Are they almost done? Oh, yes. This is a great utensil holder. This is from Amazon. I love it. Amazon. This is from Amazon as well. I've got quite a few things from Amazon. I'll put the links on for all the things that I bought. That's helpful for cooking. That's good. I bought this as well. So this is what I put my vegetable oil in. Not the cooked stuff, but the fresh stuff. And it's good for when you want to squeeze on some stuff. Some oil around, like stir fries or whatever. About to do a final batch, first fry. Oh, cool. I would say, Joe, just literally fry them for about a minute. You can put about 5 or 6 in one go. So I'm going to put these into my pan to keep warm. I'm going to switch my oil off because that is my last batch. Drain them first. Don't forget we're going to use this oil for when we do the prawns on toast. So prawns on toast, we're going to use some oil, but we're going to pan fry as opposed to deep fry the prawns on toast. Again, I'm just trying to show you another healthy option. So I'm going to let these drain a bit. They'll be okay. Right, and I'm going to transfer these over to my baking tray. Can you hear them? Ooh, ooh. I'm going to put those into the oven. Switch it on. Open my oven door. Put those into the oven to keep warm. If you feel your oven's too hot at 150, turn it down. I might turn it down to 130. Turn it down a little bit. Shut the door so they're kept warm. And then we can prep. Let's throw that tissue away. So the plate that I used for the draining of the prawns, you can use that when you make the stir fry mixture here with the prawns. So actually I'm going to leave that to one side for now because we are going to do the prawns on toast in a minute. So I'm just waiting for everyone else. How's everyone doing? How are you getting on with your frying? I know Jo says she's on her first batch of first fry. We're all done and we can turn off the gas. You can turn off the gas. Yes. Put your, Michelle, put your stuff in a baking tray and put it in the oven to keep warm because we are going to be moving on to do prawns on toast. My bread was squished. What do you mean your bread was squished, Claire? To be honest, it doesn't matter if your bread was squished because you're going to pat it down when we pan fry it anyway, so it doesn't matter. It's all good. And also, this is trial and error. You know, you may want to try this a couple of times before getting it right, but it will taste very good, I promise you. Michelle's all done. Okay, Michelle, what you want to do is get yourself a bowl and a spoon. Need to do 3 batches of second fry. That's fine, Jo. We can wait. Yeah, if you've fried your prawns and stuff, and now we're going to get ready for the prawns on toast, you may want to get yourself a bowl like this, just a small bowl, preferably not plastic, so a ceramic bowl with a tablespoon, and we're going to put some oil into the bowl because we are going to drizzle some oil into the frying pan, ready for the prawns on toast. And what we need to do, like I do when I do crispy noodles, and you need to drizzle some on the outside, maybe whilst you're cooking. But we'll put some in. And that's not deep frying, so hopefully it'll be healthier. Thanks, Emma. So when we start doing the prawns on toast, so we'll get some oil that we've used from frying the prawns into a bowl, so then it's easier for us to spoon the oil into the frying pan. We'll put it on high heat. Once the oil's ready, we'll get our prawns on toast and we'll pan fry the sesame seed side down first. And you can push that down with the fish slice to encourage it to cook quicker. But what you don't want to do is burn it. So once the oil is hot, we need to turn the dial to halfway, because if it's too hot, the seeds will burn, but the prawns won't cook. And that's what you don't want. Are the prawns tasty? I might have to try one. Oh no, they're in the oven. Damn it. Damn it.
They are good.
Are they good?
Yeah.
Are they crunchy? Mm-hmm. Oh, it's all about the crunch. It's all about the ASMR. Yum, 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 yum. Honestly, when you have the prawns, you wish you'd actually done double batch. You can always do double batch next time. But they are so good. So, so good. So when I go to Clacton on Tuesday, I promised my mum I'll take up the Korean chicken wings. I've got to do some for both my brothers. So I need to fry off 2 packets of chicken wings. And also I'm doing 3 packets of ribs. Yeah, I know. If what you give to one household, you've got to give to the other. So now my mum says you can't come down unless you bring food parcels in. I mean, hello, what's all that about? I'm learning how to cook the prawns on toast tonight. I've never made them before. Seriously, Poon, I'm surprised. I'm shocked. It's easy. It's seriously easy. It's not deep frying, so you don't have to worry about the oil. Just waiting for everybody to finish frying, because I know you're doing for 4 or 5 people, which is fine. As long as your oven's on, then the stuff will stay hot, but not cook, because you still want to keep that crispiness. Anu, are you all done? Are you enjoying your glass of wine whilst you wait for us to do the prawns on toast? How is everyone else getting on? We're doing quite well on the timing. What's the timing here? Oh, it's not too bad, not too bad. Quite a good time. This would be quicker when you're doing it yourself. It's only because we're waiting for each other, which is fine. I'm all for the pan frying over deep frying. Sometimes you've got to deep fry though, Wendy. You know, the crispiness, like the prawns. But then, as you've seen, Wendy, doing the prawns, you don't need a big pot. You just need a little saucepan. That's fine. It's not scary. Can you reheat them for the next day? Still frying as double do. You can. So what I would suggest, if you don't eat all your fried stuff, any fried stuff that you do, what you want to do is whack your oven on full blast for about 10 minutes, and then put your fried stuff on a baking tray and put it in for about 5 minutes, 7 minutes until it's hot. But your oven, this is when you're obviously frying it next day, heating up next day, it's got to be on full heat. If you don't, you're just going to end up with soggy, greasy stuff. That's not very nice. But to be honest, Anu, you're not going to have any prawns left. Trust me. Oh, Jeff. Jeff, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jeff? Oh, he's barking outside because you can hear kids. Final batch done. Right, okay. So is everyone good to go? Are we ready to do the prawns on toast? Okay, Joe, get your prawns into the oven so they keep warm. Has everyone got their prawns and tofu and chicken in the oven so we are ready for the prawns on toast? Thumbs up from everybody, because we are going to start doing the prawns on toast. Anybody out there? Are you too busy topping up your drinks? Okay, so I reckon we're all good to go. Right, Joshie, I'm going to need your help here. Okay, so before we begin, put your frying pan on fully. Biggest frying pan as possible, so you can do 2 at the same time. So you want that full heat. Whilst that is on full heat, get yourself a ceramic bowl and a spoon. and spoon in some oil from the saucepan that we've been using. Try not to get any bits in. See, reusing the oil, no waste. I would say about 10 tablespoons just to be safe. There you go. See, I've got another silicone pad. Because we've got wooden tops, I don't want the oil going onto my wooden top and burning it. So, dry pan to start with. And I've got my spatula and my fish slice, because you might need 2 instruments to flip the bread around. Okay, that is getting hotter. I'm going to drizzle some oil. I would say a couple of tablespoons of oil into the pan. Full heat at the moment to heat up. Let's put my instrument in. Look, you can tell it's not ready yet because there's no bubbles forming. So let that heat up. Once that's heated up, we're going to turn it down to medium, because if you keep it on high heat, the sesame seeds will burn too much and the prawns won't cook. So that is getting quite hot, which is nice because we've got the back door open. Swivel your oil around a bit. So that's 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil that we use to cook the prawns from into the frying pan. So we're reusing the oil. Swirl it around a bit. Right, I think that's quite hot. Let's have a look, Joshy. Now we've got fizz. Yeah, we've got a little fizz. Right, everybody, once you've got a fizz, you want to turn the heat down to medium because we don't want to burn. Right, are we ready for the prawns on toast bonanza? Swish the oil around. Right, I'm waiting for everybody. Is everybody's pan ready and heat on to halfway because you don't want it to burn? Oil hot enough? Give me thumbs up. No fizz yet. Okay, Joe, keep your heat on high. I know sometimes when people have electric hobs, it does take a while to heat up as well. But you do want the heat, the hot oil to be quite hot. Otherwise, the oil will just soak into the bread, and that's not nice. You want it to cook, not soak up. Just waiting, everyone. If your pan is hot, we're waiting for others. Just turn it down to medium or just under medium, because you don't want it too hot. Okay, Michelle's all good. Sarah's all good. Anu? Oh, Anu's not doing it. Ali, you good? And Joe, let me know if your oil is hot enough yet. If your oil is hot enough, Joe, you need to turn it down to medium. It's getting quite warm. So I'm just going to turn mine, yeah, just keep it on medium. Actually, I'm going to turn it a bit lower because I can see it smoking a bit. Cooking on the gas, baby. Yeah. Right, okay, guys, if your oil's ready, get your prawns on toast, sesame seed down, and lower it. I'm doing 2 at a time. Actually, I'm going to do 1 at a time because I know others are going to have to play catch up, so I'm going to do 1 at a time. So put it on medium, and then encourage it. You can push it down with your fish slice. Not keep it down, just push it down now and again, because you want to cook the prawns. I've got to be careful because I've got toasted sesame seeds. Michelle, I know you've got toasted sesame seeds, and so has Joe, but push them down slowly. Let the prawns cook. They'll probably cook for about, I'll try a minute, and then I'll toss it over, and then we'll cook the bread. You may need to add a bit more oil. So again, with your spoon, because I can see my pan smoking, I'm going to add some oil. You do need a bit of oil, otherwise it won't cook. There you go. Right, I'm going to, oh, I can see mine cooking. Right, ready? Toss it over. Just need to hold this. That's why you need 2 instruments. And then, again, you can push the bread down into the oil. If your pan is smoking a bit, add some oil to it. And that will help the cooking of the bread. It's like kind of French toast, really. What I'll do as well, once you've cooked it, put it onto the kitchen towels for the oil to drain. So look, see the bottom of my toast? It's starting to cook a bit. What I'm going to do is turn it back to that. These won't take long, seriously. I'll turn my sesame oil back on. Put some more oil in. My heat is still on medium. So I'm going to cook this side of the bread. Push the bread down because you want it to be crispy. And I think this one is almost done. Because you don't want it burnt. Yep. This one is done. So I'm going to take this one out, let it drain. I'm going to put some oil, more oil into my pan, ready for my second prawns on toast. But Joe, if you can fit 2 prawns on toast into your frying pan, I would, because it will save time. Right, I'm putting my last slice into the pan. You may want to open your windows and doors because it's going to get a bit smoky with the prawns on toast. I've just opened mine up. Right, again, I'm going to push it down to encourage it to cook a bit quicker. Let's check it on this side. Oh, yeah, still okay. Put a tiny bit more oil. Remember, you do need oil to make it cook. So add some oil to the outskirts, not actually on the bread. Because you can move the bread around like that. So, right, I'm going to flip mine over. That's not cooked as yet, but I'm going to flip it over so I cook the bottom half of the bread. Look, sis, I'm using the toasted sesame seeds, although I've still got almost a kilo left. I don't think I need to order any more for the rest of the year. How's everyone else's? Oh, right. I'll turn it back now. Don't want those black bits off on my... Oh, they're from the sesame seeds. I've got black sesame seeds now because they're burnt on the back. Right, my prawns on toast is almost done. I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to push the bread bits down because the bread bits aren't cooked. Flip it over again. Push down the corners, the edges of the bread to make them crispy. Julie, you've got 1 kilo as well. A few. It's a bit understatement, isn't it? Right, my prawns on toast is done. I'm going to switch my heat off. I'm going to lift it up and put it to drain. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to put them onto the baking tray, and now I want to cut them when I take them out later. So I'm going to put these. Thank you, Joshy. I'm going to put these onto the baking tray. So they're ready. Would you open the oven door for me, please, Josh? Yeah. Then I'm going to put these into the oven with my prawns. See, my prawns are in there. It looks like Iceland. You've got the prawns, and you've got the tofu, and you've got the prawns toast. Shut the door. And they are going to be ready, waiting. And then whilst I'm waiting for others, I'm going to use, because there's not much oil from the prawns and toast, I'm actually going to use the kitchen towels. Oh, Josh, I need help. And I'm going to wipe my frying pan clean. Once you've fried all your prawns and toast, wipe it with some kitchen towel so it gets rid of all the sesame seeds and stuff, because there'll be burnt sesame seeds on there. Use cooked prawns, that's fine. So they won't take as long then with the cooked prawns, but you may want to cook the bread side a bit more, Joe, if you're using cooked prawns, but that's fine. You still have the same flavour. Might make it a bit more soggy. No, I shouldn't think so. I don't think it would make it soggy. No, as long as your oil's hot enough, you'll be fine. As long as they're all mashed up. The only thing is, because you've used cooked prawns, they may not, I don't know if are they sticking as much to the bread? Maybe next time add a little bit of egg white to the cooked prawns, because raw prawns stick better to the bread. But you know, it's trial and error. Hopefully your cooked prawns have stuck to the prawn. If they haven't, then next time if you do use cooked prawn, add a bit of egg white to it. But ideally, if you use raw prawn, that'd be good. So then, because my plates are fairly clean, as I'm going to show you, these are going to be my serving plates because I don't want to do much washing up. So whilst I'm waiting for others, I'm going to move. Anu, you can come into this now. Get your spring onions and onion and chilli mixture over. Because once everyone's ready with their prawns on toast, we are going to stir fry the spring onions and chilli mixture into the frying pan. And then once that's cooked, we're going to toss the prawns back in. And that is your salt, pepper, chilli prawns. And then we'll take the prawns on toast out, get a chopping board and cut them. And then voila. Then you can serve it with your rice or prawns. But Joe, as you have got boiled rice and you want to cook your fried rice, I would keep everything in the oven for now. But you can still do the spring onions and chilli mixture and then toss the prawns with them after you've made your your fried rice. That's what I would do, otherwise things might not be hot. We use cooked prawns. I had to be careful when we flipped bread as not sticky enough. Yeah, try to use raw prawns, but like I said to Joe, add some egg white to it next time. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so just to let you know, when we do the salt, pepper, chilli stir fry, we're going to put some oil again using, I'm just going to turn it over. Oops. Oh, Joshy, what have I done here?
Just press the screen.
We're going to use the oil that we use to cook the prawns in. We're going to put some into the frying pan. Then we're going to cook the white onion first. Not until it's stewed, but cooked. And then we're going to add the spring onions and chilli, cook that all in, and then we're going to add the prawns. So I just need to know, how is everyone doing on their prawns on toast? Because I know that some of the frying pans aren't big enough to do 3 or 4 pieces at one time. So I just need to make sure that everyone is ready for the last stage of the salt, pepper and chilli prawns. And I don't know why I've just left you staring at a frying pan, because that's quite funny. 1 slice to go. Woohoo! Michelle, how are you getting on? Or if you can get someone to reply on your behalf whilst you're cooking. Yeah, get Bell to do it. What's he doing? I hope he's not sitting there waiting for dinner. Make use of the children. Get them to help you. Look, that's Joshua sitting there waiting. And Jeff's out in the garden, barking at some kids. Nearly there, Anne. You're doing well. You're all doing so well. Yes. But yes, I am very grateful for everyone watching the cook along and joining in. It has made me very happy that everyone's had a go and cooking the food that I love to cook. And but it is all about this year. It's literally have a go. You've got nothing to lose. And now lockdown's over, you can invite. Later on, you know, obviously after June, you can invite your friends round and say, look, you know, I can do Chinese for you. We don't have to go around to Chinese Sue's. Like Dan Cook, you can cook for me once you've watched all my YouTube videos. That would be ace, wouldn't it? How much I love cooking. I love cooking. However, I still love going around to someone else's house if they've cooked. But then I do feel a bit unemployed and useless when I'm hanging around in the kitchen area. But still, you know, if someone else cooked for me, I don't moan. Michelle saying, nearly there. He was here. He has a bad... Is he playing on his phone? Or his Xbox? Kids, hey?
Excuse me?
Our kids, you're off now still until the 19th of April, aren't you, Joshy? Sorry, I couldn't keep my face up. Yeah, Josh is off till the 19th. I'm so happy. Oh dear. I know some kids they finished early, so they've gone back. They're going back next week. But unfortunately, you food parents, you're going to miss your kids dearly when they go back to school.
I know.
Right, Claire's done. Michelle, really? Oh, Michelle's ready. Just waiting for Joe. Joe, are we ready? I can hear my neighbour's kids shouting.
Can you hear the boys?
Yeah, we've got boys on the other side. Lana's kids on the other side of our fence. We can hear them. Right, I would say people who are waiting are ready. Oh, did Liverpool win today, Joshy?
Yeah, they scored last minute goals.
How many goals? What's
2-1.
Oh, it's 2-1 to Liverpool. Yay!
Arnold scored an outside box goal in the last 4 minutes of the game, extra time.
Oh, okay.
Probably don't know what any of that means, but...
Yay. Right, okay. Everyone's ready to go. Get your frying pan on. This is the last stage of the salt, pepper and chili prawns. Frying pan on full whack, people. This is the last stage of the sprint. Just checking my food in the oven. Yep, all nice and crispy. Good, good, good. Might put it back up to 150. Can say it's quite cold in this kitchen because our door's been open the whole time. Right, okay. Frying pan on. Use the same frying pan you've been using for the prawns on toast. Remember, give it a wipe to get rid of any old sesames in there because they'll burn. Frying pan, always put your pan or wok on first. Then when it's hot enough, add the oil and then add your prawns or your meat or your protein or your vegetables. That shouldn't stick. Right, okay, so I'm going to, Joshy, I need you to hold that for me. My pan is getting hot, so I'm going to add some more oil. I'll say add about, let's have a look, 1, 2, I would add 3 tablespoons of oil into the pan. And I'll tell you why. It does seem quite a lot, but we'll be cooking the onions and you want some oil to coat the prawns when they come out. So, just waiting for the pan to be hot. You want it on full whack for the whole time. Again, remember how we're going to test the oil. You can tip the oil and you can put your wooden spatula end or spoon or chopstick. Right, let's have a go. So look, no bubbles as yet, so that's not ready. Almost though, almost fizzing. So what we're going to do, once the oil is hot, we're going to, on full heat, once the oil is hot, we're going to add the white onions, cook them for a couple of minutes. Then we're going to add the spring onions and the chilli, stir fry it, and then we will add some salt. Ta-da! You can add ground black pepper. If you've got ground white pepper, that is better because that is more heat. And we'll mix that in the mixture and then we'll go and get our prawns and we'll toss them. But Joe, as you're making fried rice after this, I would make this mixture first, and then I will put it aside into a bowl, then make your fried rice and then toss your prawns in your mixture. Yeah? Okay, my oil is hot now. I'm going to put my prawns, my onions in. White onions going in first. Keep stirring so all the onions get coated with the oil. I do love the sound of a good sizzle. You want to keep moving the onions because you don't want them to burn. You want them to cook now, and they will cook quite quickly if your oil is hot enough. Remember, I've put in about 3 tablespoons of oil that we've been used to cook the prawns in. You can do this in a wok, but I say use a frying pan because why do you want to use anything else to wash up? Right, my onions are going brown. So I'm going to add the spring onions. Don't start choking, Joshy, because these are going to be hot. My spring onions and chilli have gone in. So everything is together now. Do you want to come closer, Joshy? Can you see that mixture? There you go, look how colourful that is. So you want that to cook a little bit longer, probably for about another minute or so. Got an onion escaping. You want to keep moving it, otherwise the onions will burn. You can add a little bit more oil if you want, if you feel your pan is a bit too dry. But I reckon, because you want a crunch still, so I'm going to now add about 1, 2, 3, 4 turns of salt, or a pinch. And then my pepper, remember it is salt, pepper, chili prawns. So a little sprinkle of the pepper, because it is quite hot. Whilst on high heat, I'm going to get my prawns and tofu out of the oven. Can you hear them? And I'm going to toss them into the mixture. I'm putting my prawns and tofu together, but up to you, do it separately.
That smells amazing.
Yeah. And you want to give it a toss if you can. I might add a bit more oil to it actually. Just around the outskirts of the, remember the outskirts of the pan. Because you don't really want this dry. There you go. And then mix it all up. You can put this back in the oven if you want to keep it hot whilst you cut the prawns on toast. That might be a good idea actually. That's what I might do. Actually, let's put these back onto the tray. And that is it, guys. That's your salt, pepper, chili prawns.
And prawns toast.
And then we're going to get the prawns on toast and then cut them into quarters or halves, up to you. Alright, just going to put these back into the pan. So now I'm going to get the prawns on toast. Get a little bit. I just want to show one. Oops. Look. Yum. Yum. Right, these go back in the oven.
Again?
Yep, because we're going to cut the prawns on toast, otherwise they might go cold. I'll get my prawns on toast out. I need a chopping board. Where's the chopping board?
I'll get it. Hold on.
Okay, Josh is going to get the chopping board. So these are my prawns on toast. Can you get it, Joshy? Do you want me to get it?
No.
Good boy. Okay, just put it there. I'm going to move that out of the way. If you hold the camera, you get out of the camera, please?
Yep.
Okay, so let's move this out of the way.
No smoke alarm today from Joe.
No. Well done. So clean my knife. Glad to hear no smoke alarm. Is it because you've got the windows and doors open? Right, and then get your prawns on toast. And then you want to cut it diagonal into 4. There you go. Oh, it smells so good. Get the other one. There you go. They might have gone a bit soggy at the bottom. If they have, don't worry, because they'll still be quite fairly crispy. Right, so we've got those. Let's get the prawns on toast out. I'm going to shut the door because it's freezing. We finished frying. And then we're going to serve this with our noodles. There you go. Get the prawns on toast.
And a little bit of sweet chili sauce.
A little bit of sweet chilli sauce. And then we've got the noodles to go with it. So there you have it, guys. I've got ready-made noodles with the salt, pepper, chili, prawns or tofu. And then you've got the prawns on toast or prawn toast.
Prawns on toast.
So I hope you've enjoyed this cook along, and there will be another one at some point. But I hope everyone will enjoy the release of lockdown after the 12th of April and got your bookings in for the pub. And we shall see you soon. So we're going to say good night and enjoy your dinner.
What did you just say?